Oh man, look at my camera. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode brought to you by the League FFB. Today we got a live stream for you guys, a little surprise live stream. I'm not gonna lie, we did it pretty last minute, but I feel like doing some Underdog Fantasy best ball drafts today. So we are going to be entering the Chihuahua contest, which is $25,000 to first place, total prize pot of $250,000. And so we're going to be entering that today, but we're not just going to be entering. We're going to be entering that draft, and we are going to be doing a zero RB build. And what that means, I have in my notes today, I want to target an elite quarterback, 6 to 7 wide receivers early on, and then we're going to slam that running back position late and hope that we get some upside with some injuries, some, guys that fall into roles or whatever it be. But we're going to try a zero RB draft today. And yeah, that is the plans. So it's going to be a little bit more of a laid back, chill stream. Guys hop back, or you guys hop in the chat and let's just chop it up while we draft some fantasy football teams. So let me share the screen with you guys, and we'll get ready to roll. So as you can see, we have the let's fix that. We have the Chihuahua pulled up on screen right here, and we're just gonna go from here. I'm gonna throw some background music on just a tiny bit, and we'll hang out and chat. So let's just enter this, man. And hopefully we have hopefully we're not like lagging all over the place. I see I have a little bit low internet connection right now, so hopefully we're doing okay. But we're not going to allow notifications. We're just going to wait on these people, and we will get ready to roll. But I hope you guys are having a good day today. I know I am, so hopefully you guys are as well. And let's make it even better with some fantasy football. So you see we got our draft position. It looks like we're going to be drafting at the 109 in today's draft, which means we're probably going to be able to get two pretty solid wide receivers to start off our build. So that's how we're going to go. Like I said, I want to target an elite quarterback and 6 to 7 wide receivers at the very beginning, and then we will just slam the running backs for the rest of the day and make sure that we're getting enough there for our zero RB build. I do want to let you guys know, while I have you, go ahead and enter to win a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. We are doing a giveaway right now on our Discord. The only requirements to enter are to be a member of that Discord. It is free to join and be subscribed to the channel. If you do those, you guys will be entered to win an NFL signed jersey mystery box. So go ahead and do that for me. That link is going to be in the description for you guys to go check that out. So you guys see the draft has just started. Like I said, zero RB build for us. So we're going to be targeting wide receivers early on. And the two best wide receivers in football, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, they come off the board, followed by Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill. So it looks like a lot of people are going to slam that wide receiver position early. If you are hanging out with us in the comments today, go ahead and don't feel shy. Let's talk some fantasy football today. We're just, like I said, we're just kicking it, hanging out. It's a little bit of a chill stream. Hopefully the music behind me isn't too loud. It should just be a little bit in your headphones right now. So for my first pick here, guys, I'm hoping that I can get an AJ Brown or a CeeDee Lamb. That's probably where I'm going with this first pick. And it's probably, I mean, it's realistic enough, right, guys? Like, we're not going to get sniped on the first round. It doesn't look like it. So we should be good to go. I'm hoping we can get AJ. And we're going to get AJ. And I want to pair AJ. I said I wanted an elite quarterback for this build as well. I want to pair him the stack with Jalen Hurts. So we are towards the back here. We are going to get an early pick here in the second round. It's going to be pick 16, 204. So we're going to be looking to probably add a... where's Jalen? Jalen is high up here, man, isn't he? 24.6 in ADP. Probably means that we're not going to get a shot at him which is fine. You know, I just want an elite QB. I guess it doesn't really matter if it's Jalen. We wanted to stack him just because we got AJ, but we just need an elite QB. So we'll see how that pans out. My guess is he doesn't fall. He usually doesn't. But CeeDee Lamb, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I would be more than happy going with like a Jalen Waddle or a Devontae Adams or even a Chris Olave. I think all those guys are going to have pretty solid seasons. So Pat Mahomes comes off the board. We have A.J. Brown. I think we're going to go Devontae Adams here with the second pick. So we're going to go A.J. Brown and Devontae Adams to start off our build. Hopefully you guys like that to start for a 0 RB. I think it's pretty good for 0 RB because we want to be super strong at this wide receiver position. Like I said, we're going to get an elite quarterback, so we're going to be strong there. And then we're just taking a shotgun approach with the running backs and the tight ends. I think with tight ends, we'll draft 2 or 3 a little bit later in this draft and go from there. But Jonathan Taylor is going to come off the board. Looks like guys are going to start moving a little bit slower. It's funny how that first round moves so fast, and then as you get slower or lower and lower down this draft board, they really start to slow down. But one thing we're going to pay attention, and one thing that you guys should be paying attention to in your best ball drafts on Underdog Fantasy is keep in mind, they're plugging these players into your lineups every week. And so you need to make sure that these bye weeks are not conflicting, because if in best ball, when you draft a team, you're not going to do waivers, you're not going to do trades, you're not going to do anything. The team you draft is the team you get for the rest of the season. Injuries, whatever, it doesn't matter. So you want to make sure that you have as little of conflicting bye weeks as possible, because when you get an injury or you know, things happen, you don't want week 10 to come around and you have 3 wide receivers on week 10 with buys, and now you can't play a full lineup. So you want to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for that. You want to make sure that you're aware of those things. And then again, you just want to make sure that you are getting guys that you think have some upside. I think in best ball, I like to play for a little bit more upside than safety, because we don't have to make those lineup decisions. We don't have to make the start sits. And so I just want guys who can score a lot of fantasy points. It doesn't matter if it's, 4 or 5 times a year that they only go off. We want it because they're going to be put in our lineup regardless for those weeks. So let's recap where we're at here. We did have, after us, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, Nick Chubb, Tony Pollard, Chris Olave, Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, and let's keep it rolling, Ramondre Stevenson and Jalen Hurts. And like I said, we probably were not going to get that Jalen Hurts stack once I saw how the ADPs landed. So it's fine. We are more than happy taking the guy like Lamar, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert. We're fine taking any of those guys as our QB. We just want one of those guys in a high passing offense. And honestly, I think I'm going to target Justin Herbert because I really like what he has the opportunity to do this year. And you see we're about 5 picks away. Derrick Henry and Josh Allen come off the board. Josh Jacobs and Mark Andrews off the board. And then it looks like we're going to get pretty close. We should be looking at who we want. Right now we have 10 and 13 as our bye weeks. Probably going to be looking at an Amari Cooper, a Keenan Allen, or a DK Metcalf. That's probably where I feel right now. I'd consider a Calvin Ridley too. Who was that? DK comes off the board. Breece Hall comes off the board. And we'll see where this one is. My guess is this is going to be a wide receiver. You see he only has a running back and a tight end. And he goes Lamar Jackson. So for us, we are going to go... I think we're going to go Keenan Allen, guys. I said I wanted to said I wanted to target Justin Herbert late, so we're going to go Keenan Allen and try and stack him later. So we're starting off our build right now with A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, and Keenan Allen. And keep in mind, I said we're only drafting 6 to 7 wide receivers, so we only need, three more wide receivers on this team, and then we're done for the day. So Calvin Ridley and Debo go off the board. I'm not going to lie, Amari Cooper is somebody I've been targeting in best ball drafts all offseason. I feel like he's too good of a value. Last year, he finished top 10 with Jacoby Brissett and some Deshaun Watson. I think year 2, he's going to take a step forward again, and we're going to see some more of that Amari Cooper. Now, in hindsight, we probably should have took Cooper because Keenan might have fallen, but I think what we're going to end up doing is we're probably going to take, let's see, week 9. We might end up taking Jerry Jeudy right here just to keep the buys rolling. And he's the wide receiver 1 in that offense. I think Russ kind of bounces back a little bit. So we're going to go Jerry Jeudy right here and keep it moving. Now, probably for our next pick, we're probably going to have to look at Fields or Herbert. And if he doesn't go, then we might be... If he doesn't go, we're going to have to take a reach on Trevor or Deshaun Watson because that's the last of the guys that I think can be elite this year. So if those two go, we'll take a reach on a QB. Still some pretty decent running backs on the board, and obviously we're going 0 RB, so we're going to be fading them. But there is some value down here in this 4th round, 5th round of underdog drafts. I think getting guys like Kenneth Walker and Travis Etienne, Jahmyr Gibbs, I think that's fantastic down here. So Najee Harris, Drake London, and Mike Williams come off the board. You have to wonder if we took Cooper with our 3rd pick, would Keenan have been available with our 4th? Because I would like that better than the Jerry Jeudy pick. But I do think Jerry Jeudy can really establish himself as the number 1 in Denver this year. I know in previous years he has had some injury issues, some drop issues. There's been some inconsistent QB play, but I do think this year he should be a pretty solid fantasy football option for your wide receiver rooms. Now, ETN, Terry McLaurin, and Jahmyr Gibbs, they come off the board. Like I said, there was some good value here at the running backs. I'm not surprised to see them getting picked. DJ Moore, pretty solid value pick right there if he takes a step forward with Justin Fields this year. I've heard analysts out here talking about, DJ Moore could be the A.J. Brown to Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts. And so whether you believe that or not, I don't know. Rumor out of Bears camp is that this offense looks like it's humming and there's a whole bunch of hype around it. We'll see how much of it is real. I like DJ Moore a lot as a prospect. I don't know if he's A.J. Brown. And I don't know if Justin Fields is Jalen Hurts, but we will see. I would be happy to see that. Now, as a Vikings fan, obviously I'm not happy to see that, but for fantasy football purposes, and I'm a fan of Justin Fields, I would like to see that. TJ Hawkinson, speaking of the Minnesota Vikings, comes off the board, followed by Alexander Mattison, and then Justin Fields, just like we talked about. So Justin comes off the board, and that leaves us 6 picks away, and I don't think we're going to see Justin Herbert come our way. So what we might end up doing is if Herbert goes, we're definitely going to take a reach on Trevor Lawrence. And then we can stack him later on with maybe a Evan Engram or a Christian Kirk or something like that. But I don't think Justin Herbert's going to fall, but we'll see. There goes Christian Kirk. So obviously we're not stacking with him. And keep in mind, you don't have to stack in best ball. And I prefer to stack. I like to stack. I think it increases your upside a tiny bit. Statistically, I don't know if it's that much more of an advantage than just drafting best player available, but I like to have a stack in my best ball leagues, at least 1 or 2 stacks where I can potentially get a touchdown. And you see Justin Herbert comes off the board right there. So where you could potentially get a touchdown from your quarterback and your wide receiver at the same time. That just helps you win a week, especially in a best ball when you're getting the max points for all those guys in your lineup. So Brandon Ayuk comes off the board, followed by our guy Justin Herbert. So that means we're going to be taking a reach on Trevor Lawrence or Deshaun Watson. And Godwin's going to come off the board. This guy has a QB, so he should not be taking one. We'll see what he does. People will do some crazy stuff in these drafts. And he's going to take Michael Pittman. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock up Trevor Lawrence, baby. We're going to go get him. He's going to be our QB1 for this draft. And you see right now, our goal was to go get an elite QB, which I think we've done. And then 6 to 7 wide receivers to start it off. We have 4 of those already. And those are going to be A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, and Jerry Jeudy. So I think we have a pretty solid squad right now. We're going to add one more wide receiver here. I'm looking at a Deontay Johnson or a Hollywood Brown. Hopefully it's a Deontay Johnson. As I say that, right? As I say that. There goes Kadarius Toney. So we're going to go Hollywood Brown. Going to pull him off the board. You see, we don't have any conflicting buys right now, so that is good for our wide receiver room. And these underdog drafts, they're 18 rounds. So you're drafting starting lineup and a bench of 9 guys each. So Mike Evans and Kyle Pitts are going to come off the board. That's some pretty solid value on Kyle Pitts. What should we be looking at for our next pick? So we are 14 picks away, which is going to put us somewhere in this range probably, which we could finish off our wide receiver room with an Elijah Moore. If we can finish the receiver room off with Elijah Moore, I would feel very good. I think that's what we want to do. We probably want to finish it off with Elijah Moore. That's our target. That's our target. If he goes, though, we're going to probably look elsewhere. We might take our first running back at that point and then only add 1 or 2 more of these wide receivers as we, round out this draft. But Elijah Moore is our target for sure. Just after us, we had Mike Evans, Kyle Pitts, just to reiterate that, and then Quentin Johnston for the Chargers, George Kittle, J.K. Dobbins, Miles Sanders, Damian Pierce, and we are 9 picks away. I hate that this thing... Jordan Addison off the board. So we need to keep in mind, too, we're only going to draft 2 QBs. One of them is going to be elite. We'll look at the other one later, but it cannot be a Week 9 bye because we do not want to be without a QB when Trevor Lawrence is on bye there in Week 9. I typically like to build these teams with only 2 quarterbacks. I know it's a little bit riskier because if one of your quarterbacks gets hurt, you're stuck with one guy the rest of the year. So it's a little bit risky, but I think personally, if you lose your QB anyways, you're pretty much SOL anyway. So I don't mind taking the risk with just 2 QBs on the board. So we get some young guys coming off. Jordan Addison, Treylon Burks, George Pickens, and then Cam Akers, Jahan Dotson. We are 4 picks away, and our guy Elijah Moore is still on the board right here. There's still some good running backs on the board too. DeAndre Swift would be pretty solid if he fell. I don't know if he's going to fall. If he falls, I might consider just taking him as our RB1. But he's the only one I'd consider. You see Gabe Davis, Dallas Goedert off the board. 2 more picks for us, and then we are on the clock. Let's see what this guy does. It's going to get DeAndre Swift. So that makes our choice pretty easy. Hopefully this guy doesn't take Elijah Moore. If he does, we're going to be in a pinch, because that is who we are hoping to grab. He takes Brandon Cooks, and we're going to take Elijah Moore. And for those of you that have just joined during the live stream, go ahead and enter to win a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. It is in our Discord. That is how you participate. The requirements to join are you have to be a member of the Discord and be subscribed to the channel. But it is a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. So go enter to win that. Now, you see Isaiah Pacheco, Rachaad White coming off the board. These are some solid players for your 0 RB builds, but we have our foundation here at the wide receiver room. We are going to now hammer the running back position and just take guys who we think can, really take a step forward if there's an injury. Guys who can find themselves into high value touches, like probably goal line touches or things like that, where we're trying to find those points for cheap at the running back position. But right now, our team, I'm not going to lie, I love it. It's Trevor Lawrence, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, and Elijah Moore. You see, we only have 2 bye weeks that conflict there at the wide receiver position, so we do love to see that. Deshaun Watson off the board, pretty good value there. Zay Flowers, James Conner, and then it's going to come to us, where I think what we're going to do, we're going to take a Dalvin Cook, guys. I know he's not signed to a team, but I have to think that the team that gets him is going to give him touches, and I still think he has some in the tank. We're going to go Dalvin Cook as our RB1 here in the 0 RB build. Now, one thing that we got to pay attention to, because Dalvin Cook is not on a roster yet, so he does not have a bye week. So we got to make sure with these other running backs that we have, we are not overlapping bye weeks, because we don't want to potentially have 2 that are the same, and then Dalvin Cook goes to a team like that has the same bye week, and now we have 3 guys with the same byes. That's what we don't want to do. So we got to be very, very precise with our bye weeks here. Javonte Williams comes off the board. I thought about Javonte, but I just think that coming off of that multi-ligament tear, I just think it's going to be too slow of a start for Javonte, similar to what we saw with J.K. Dobbins last year. They actually had pretty similar injuries, and I think Dalvin Cook has a little bit more than Javonte does coming off that injury, at least this season, not long-term. If you just joined, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys taking some time to sit in here and chat with us today and draft some fantasy football teams. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. We are giving away a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. It is going to be in our Discord. All you have to do to enter is be a member of the Discord and be subscribed to the channel. So once you do that, you can go to the giveaway tab in our Discord and enter to win. So make sure you do that. It's a free signed NFL jersey. Now, let's just get back to the board. You see that after Javonte Williams, we had Rashad Bateman, Zach Charbonnet, and Tua Tagovailoa come off the board, and then David Montgomery. So if you are just barely tuning in, we are doing a 0 RB strategy. To summarize our team right now, we have Trevor Lawrence, Dalvin Cook, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, and Elijah Moore. What is your guys' opinion on the team right now? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what you guys think of this build so far. Darren Waller and Michael Thomas come off the board. We are 9 picks away. And with that being said, we need to kind of start looking at our next pick. We're probably going to be somewhere around here with our next pick. So I wouldn't mind going an A.J. Dillon, because if there's a injury to Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon could see a good amount of work. It's a weird spot right here. Maybe a Damian Harris. He could potentially get a lot of goal line work. There's some interesting picks down here. Samaje Perine comes off the board, Cortland Sutton off the board, and Jamison Williams off the board. And we are now 6 picks away. How do you guys feel about Trevor Lawrence this year? Do you think that the addition of Calvin Ridley is going to help him take that next step forward? I do. I think he's going to end up being in that same tier as Justin Herbert this year. Interested to hear your guys' thoughts and comments in the comment section. Juju Smith-Schuster off the board. Anthony Richardson off the board. We are 4 picks away. You notice it starts moving a little bit slower as we get down here. A.J. Dillon off the board. He's a guy we were targeting. But we are more than fine also maybe taking a guy like Alvin Kamara. I know it's a little scary with the suspension possibly looming. But there is... The reality of the situation, guys, is our running back room is not going to be pretty. That's the point of these 0 RBs. They're not pretty when you get down here. It's a lot of handcuffs, a lot of fake opportunity, all that stuff. Maybe we won't take Kamara. Maybe we'll take Kendre down here, because if Kamara gets suspended, Kendre could find himself in a role. And maybe what we end up doing right here, because this is kind of a weird tier, if there's nobody we like, we might end up taking like a David Njoku or something here. Let's see. I think we will take a do we want the same offense? I don't think we're going to buy into the same offense. I think we're going to take a Pat Freiermuth. Just so we don't have the same offense. We do have Elijah Moore. I don't want to limit our upside there. So Pat Freiermuth, he's going to be one of our tight ends. I said we are going to grab 2 or 3. See, we got a couple comments in here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Tyson says he agrees. Lawrence and Herbert, same tier. Ridley will be a big difference maker. I agree, man. I really do agree. Ridley, I don't know if you guys saw it. Ridley said something about how he's going to go for 1,500 yards or 1,600 yards. I can't remember the exact number, but he said he's about to go off. We'll see, man. I think that would be cool if he does, but I think there's enough talent there in Jacksonville with Ingram and Christian Kirk that 1,500 or 1,600 yards might be a little much, but I think he's going to have a really good season. I think 1,300 to 1,400 yards is not out of the realm of possibilities. Now, this would be really nice if we could get I think we're going to take Damian Harris right here, guys. I think he's going to get some goal line work there in Buffalo. So he's going to be our RB2 on this build. I know we considered Njoku last time, but we grabbed Freiermuth. So now we're going to take that running back, Damian Harris. We're going to pair him with Dalvin Cook. What is your guys' opinions on the 0 RB strategy? Do you guys think it's a solid strategy? I know that the running back position is so volatile these days that a lot of people are scared of it. It's hard to really make investments in, to rely on your best players in the lineup being a running back. How do you guys feel about 0 RB? Is it overkill? Is it swinging the pendulum the other way? Or do you guys think that it's a good strategy to try at times? See what we can do here. Antonio Gibson and Njoku, Geno off the board. This is our long turn here, guys. Oops, we got a alarm going off. Sorry about that. I'm going to do this a couple times during the stream, guys, so bear with me. But go ahead and enter to win a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. That is going to be in our Discord. That is how you join. It is linked in the description. Just be a member of the Discord, be subscribed to the channel, and that is how you enter to participate in that giveaway. Now, we had Geno, Alan Lazard, Daniel Jones, Zay Jones coming off the board. We are 10 picks away, which is going to put us kind of down here. So we get down here. I don't mind a Jamal Williams or a Kendre Miller. I wouldn't mind buying into that backfield with one of them. There's also a Tank Bigsby that I wouldn't mind buying into as well. A Roshan Johnson. There's some guys down here, guys. And I also think that we should potentially look at our QB2 here eventually. I don't mind if our QB2 is a guy like... I don't mind if we have a QB2 like Kyler or Matthew Stafford. I don't mind that. Maybe a Trey Lance. What is Trey Lance's bye week? He has the same bye week as Trevor Lawrence. We can't do it. Coming off the board now, you see we're going to have Rashad Penny, Jamal Williams, Romeo Doubs, Elijah Mitchell. Hopefully Kendre falls. I don't know if he's going to. I think he's the best pick right now. Him or A-Chain or one of those Bears running backs, because one of those Bears running backs could take the starting job right away, whether it's Herbert or Roshan. But that's what we want. We want ambiguous backfields where we can potentially get the starter for cheap. And that's what these guys are, man. That's how you optimize the zero RB strategy, is you have to find affordable running backs that can find touches at a high volume. So we do not mind that. We have Michael Gallup coming off the board. We saw A-Chain come off the board with Aaron Rodgers, Rondale Moore, Nico Collins. And we're going to go Kendre Miller only because Khalil Herbert has the same bye week as Damian Harris. So we're going to go Kendre Miller here. And he's going to be our third running back. Now we have our 6 wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore. Potentially could add one more, but only one more. So we got to be very precise with who we are adding as that last wide receiver. I definitely don't mind taking a shot on a Schultz, or let's look at the tight end specifically. We don't mind a Cole Kmet. We don't mind, a Mike Gesicki down here, a Michael Mayer. We don't mind that because we're kind of taking our points at the wide receiver position. We're hoping that's what's carrying the roster here. So that is the plan. Let's see what we got on the board right now. Look, guys, I think Tank Bigsby is going to find his way into a role this year, and he doesn't have a conflicted bye week, so that's who we're going to go with. We feel good about this roster. I feel good about this roster right now. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I like this roster. Now 14 picks away. Potentially we go our backup quarterback or our backup tight end with this next pick. Potentially. Depends on who falls. If it's Schultz or Kmet or even Higbee. Let's see. What is Fryer's bye week 6? Schultz, Kmet, or Higbee definitely are guys that I would consider. And then I don't like Everett. Yeah, that's what we're considering right now. If any of those guys fall, then we're okay doing that. And then that'll allow us to get Gesicki late to finish off that tight end room, and hopefully we get enough variance there that we get a starter out of it every week. Hopefully a guy scores a touchdown. One of these 3 guys scores a touchdown any given week, and we're okay at the tight end position. For quarterbacks, let's see what we have available. Who are we okay with? We have a week 9 bye, so we're fine with Carr. We're fine with Love, Stafford, Murray, Pickett. We're fine with that. That's about where we're at right now. That's we want to see one of those guys come off the board for us. You see 2 of them come off the board. I definitely wouldn't mind Russ this late, but we have conflicting bye weeks there. So maybe for our next 2 picks, we're going to come around the turn. We're going to go tight end, quarterback, and then we'll get back to 2 or 3 more picks where we go right back at the running back position. Because as we get down here, man, there's still value. Jeff Wilson's, Gus Edwards, guys that are still free agents, Leonard Fournette, Kareem Hunt, those guys, Tajay Spears, like there's value down here. I wouldn't mind a Singletary at all, though. I think Devin Singletary can be productive this year. But let's see how this pans out for us. I definitely want one of these tight ends. We are 4 picks away. So let's recap what has went off the board since we last checked. Bigsby for us, then Mingo, Warren, Van Jefferson, Darnell Mooney, Alec Pierce, Chig Okonkwo, Cole Kmet, Russell Wilson, Jordan Love, Derek Carr, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, Roshan Johnson, and now us 3 picks away. I would prefer Schultz over Higbee, if we're being honest. I prefer Schultz over Higbee. Less target competition there, I think, for the season. Potentially Schultz could be the number 1 receiving target there in Houston this year. It's in the realm of possibilities. Higbee, obviously with Cooper Kupp there, cannot. So I would prefer Schultz to Higbee here. And Gerald Everett comes off the board. That's a little surprising to me because I just don't see a ton of value with him there in LA with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnston. And you see Dalton Schultz comes off the board. Of course, as soon as I pump him up, he comes off the board. So we are going to grab Higbee if we can grab him here. And we should be able to. And it would be nice to come around and make that Higbee-Stafford stack. That would be ideal. You see the teams after us already have 2 QBs. One here with 2 QBs, 2 QBs, 2 QBs, 2 QBs. So we should be fine. There shouldn't be anybody going to grab a QB after us. So Jaden Reed comes off the board. We're going to go with Tyler Higbee. And that's going to make our tight end room right now Pat Freiermuth and Tyler Higbee. So we feel okay about that right now. Tyler Higbee had a surprising finish to last season too. He looked pretty decent at the end. He was, or maybe it was the beginning. I can't remember. I just know there was a period of time last year where Tyler Higbee was getting a ton of targets. It just didn't make sense. But I guess they don't really have a wide receiver 2 there right now. And maybe it's Van Jefferson, maybe it's not. But Tyler Higbee seems to be reliable enough of a target for Matthew Stafford that he's just somebody that's getting the football. So let's summarize our team right now. Again, 0 RB build. We have Trevor Lawrence as the QB with Dalvin Cook, Damian Harris, Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, and then our strong point, the wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and then our tight ends, Freiermuth and Tyler Higbee. So we are hoping that Matthew Stafford comes around here in 2 more picks for us. It would just make sense. Donovan Peoples-Jones off the board with Singletary, Shark, and Algier before him. Let's keep it rolling. MVS off the board. Give us Stafford. And if we don't get Stafford, guys, we're more than comfortable going Kyler Murray. I know he's going to, miss some games early on, but he should be back towards probably middle of the season. But it doesn't matter anyways, because we are going to get Matthew Stafford. That is going to give us the Stafford-Higbee stack moving forward. So our quarterback room is finished. We are not drafting any more QBs. Trevor Lawrence and Matthew Stafford will be it for us this year. And I think that's a value on Stafford, man. We forget that he still has Cooper Kupp there. I know he didn't perform very well last year, but I think he's a value down here, guys. I don't know what quarterback he was off the board, but look, the guys, we're in the 20s. You think Stafford's lower than 20? I don't. I think he's probably more towards like a 12 to 18 when he's healthy. And we got him at 21 probably. Now we have the long turn. So we are going to be up in 15 picks. We are done with quarterbacks. We are done for the most part with tight ends and for the most part with wide receivers. It's just back to this running back room. So let's bring up, let's look at the tight ends because we're going to add one more no matter what. I don't mind if this is going to be Gesicki. It could be Michael Mayer. I think, yep, it could be Michael Mayer. We could add a Trey McBride, man. I think that's about it, though. Those would be probably the only guys that I add at this point. So those are the last. But we're really looking at running backs and maybe one more wide receiver. But I don't even think we need another wide receiver. So we'll see. We need to look at this running back position, though. This is where we need to be watching. And we need to pay very special attention to our bye weeks. Right now we have 13, 11, and 9, so we need to kind of steer away from that. So Ford would be somebody we could look at. Spears would be somebody we could look at. Mostert, we could look at Mostert. We could look at Jeff Wilson. 13, we already have one. 13. Gets messy, guys. It gets messy. Cordero Patterson, maybe. I mean, I don't really like him. We're gonna just have to shoot for injuries. Definitely a Keontae Ingram is somebody I would be more than happy to pick. But we're gonna take a shot on a lot of these guys down here. We are 9 picks away. If you had just entered the stream, go and enter to win a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. The way that you enter this is you have to be subscribed to the channel and enter our Discord. That Discord link is in the description. It is free to join. Once you get in there, you will have access to a giveaway tab, and all you do is click participate. It's free to join. We are giving that away at the end of next month, so make sure you go enter that right now, and we'll get you a free signed NFL jersey, possibly. Now let's go back and let's recap where we're at. We had, after our pick, we had Tyquan Thornton, Sam Howell, Wan'Dale Robinson, Marvin Mims, Jerome Ford, Kyler Murray, Juwan Johnson, Tajay Spears, Sam Laporta, Raheem Mostert, and Deontay Foreman. We are up in 4 picks now with Isaiah Hodgins coming off the board. I'm debating on taking a shot here on Zeke. I don't think he has much left in the tank, but wherever he signs, he should probably get goal line work. Potentially Gus Edwards, but he has the same buy as Damian Harris. Jalen Hyatt, Brock Purdy, and Desmond Ridder off the board. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Jeff Wilson for now. He should have some opportunity. And then we're going to hope Zeke comes back around to us here at this next pick. If Zeke doesn't, I'm okay going with Gus Edwards here as well. So that is the plan for us here. If you have just joined our stream, we are doing a 0 RB build right now. This is the roster we have. We have Trevor Lawrence and Matthew Stafford, Dalvin Cook, Damian Harris, Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, and Jeff Wilson. And then our strong point, the wide receivers, we have A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and then Freiermuth and Tyler Higbee. So C.J. Stroud, Curtis Samuel, John Mechie come off the board. We are up in 3 picks, and we're kind of hoping an Ezekiel Elliott falls there. see what we can do. Kenny Gainwell, Chuba Hubbard, and this is the last pick before us, guys. Hopefully it is not an Ezekiel Elliott. It's a Chase Brown, so we will go Zeke. We are banking on the fact that he signs somewhere and takes the goal line work. That's the hope here, guys. So Dalvin Cook, Damian Harris, Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, Jeff Wilson, and Ezekiel Elliott. We still probably have 2 or 3 more running backs to go. Probably 2 more running backs to go here. Let's see. We are, let's go look at the board right now. How do we see the board? Well, we have 1, 2, let's see, 12, 14, 16. We have 2 more picks on this team. One of them is a tight end. Potentially. No, we have 4 more picks on this team. No, I'm lying again. You guys just watched that. Keep in mind, I went to school for digital media. I did not go to school for math. So we have 2 more picks here, guys. We are probably going to take 2 more running backs, honestly, or a running back and a tight end. That's probably where we're going to go with this. So hopefully we can get a Keontae Ingram. I think Keontae Ingram would be decent. If we can't get him, maybe a Dwayne McBride, but he has the same bye week. See, it's tough down here because a lot of these guys have the same bye weeks as our players. So it's getting a little bit tougher. I don't know, man. It's getting dark days down here. But I think what we have right now at the running back room, it feels like there's enough upside there to be okay streaming the position most weeks. But we are going to add 1 or 2 more there. That's for sure. If Gesicki falls, I will take him. Actually, I think I'm more comfortable taking Michael Mayer than I am Gesicki. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I think our next pick will definitely go Keontae Ingram because I cannot see. I just don't see James Conner playing a full season. I don't see it. Unless you guys feel like we should take Kareem Hunt or Leonard Fournette. Do you feel like we have better chance taking Kareem Hunt or Leonard Fournette? Let me know in the comments. So let's just summarize what's been coming off the board. Jimmy G, Gus Edwards, Khalil Shakir, Taysom Hill, Dawson Knox, Chase Claypool, Ty Chandler, Tim Patrick, Josh Downs, Hunter Renfrow, Luke Musgrave, Trey Lance. This is such a value on Trey Lance. It is ridiculous how low he's been faded. Because he's going to start week 1 as the starter, guys. It might be breaking news to you. He's going to start week 1 as the starter. So the value here is nuts. Noah Fant, Paris Campbell, and then Leonard Fournette off the board. And we will go Mike Gesicki here. We will finish out that tight end room with Freiermuth, Higbee, Gesicki. And now 1 running back left to add to this roster. And we're hoping it's Keontae. So we'll take Mayer out of here. We'll take Higbee out of, or McBride out of here. And we will go let's see. We have a 13, 9, 11, 10. We could go Michael Carter. 13, 9, 11, 10. 13, 9, 11, 10. Could go Vaughn, Malik Davis. Definitely Keontae. There's not a lot of options down here, guys. We're gonna hope that we can get Keontae or Michael Carter. That's the hope here, is we can get Keontae or Michael Carter. And if we can't, then we'll have to shoot upside on one of these guys that has the same bye week. And if we have to shoot for the same bye week, I like Dwayne McBride. I like Zamir White as those picks. So that is, and I like Eric Gray. So that is going to pretty much sum up our draft once we get to these guys. Oh, and we're on the clock. So Keontae Ingram is going to be our pick here, and he's going to round out that running back room. So we don't even need these guys. Let's walk through. You see the draft board here. We are done. So let's walk through what this running back or what this room looks like for us. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence and Matthew Stafford, Dalvin Cook, Damian Harris, Kendre Miller, Tank Bigsby, Jeff Wilson, Ezekiel Elliott, Keontae Ingram, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy, Hollywood Brown, and Elijah Moore. And then we have Freiermuth, Higbee, and Gesicki at the tight end rooms, and Higbee being in the stack with Matthew Stafford. So before I get you guys out of here, go, seriously, enter to win a free signed NFL jersey mystery box. It is in our Discord. If you are a member of the Discord, which is free to join, and you are subscribed to this channel, which is free to do, you are entered to win this free signed NFL jersey mystery box. In the Discord is where you participate. There's a giveaway tab. All you do is click participate, and it'll announce a winner for us at the end of next month. And maybe you will be the winner if you go join. So make sure you guys go do that. That is all I have for you guys today. We summarized the team. Let's make this full screen, because if you guys can, I would really appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like on this video on the way out of this live stream. Make sure you like the video, man, because what that does for us is that helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Obviously, the good content has to come first, but when you guys do that, that helps us get out to more people. And when we reach more people, we're going to be able to help more people win fantasy football championships, and specifically Dynasty Fantasy Football Championships, because that's what we focus on. But we talk all things fantasy football around here. So whether you are a redraft fan, a best ball fan, a Dynasty fan, whatever it may be, there is something for you on this channel. I promise you'll find something. I promise you'll love it. So go do that for us. We want to help more people win fantasy football championships, and we want to help you win your fantasy football championship. So thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate your time. Time is the most valuable asset, and you guys gave me some of yours today. So thank you for that. I will see you guys on the next video. Tomorrow we are doing a live stream for Dynasty Fantasy Football trade reviews. Make sure you are here for that, because we will be grading your Dynasty Fantasy Football trades tomorrow. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.